are forever.
Hello, welcome to my shipping video. I am Melissa and I hope this video relaxes you. I sell part-time on eBay and through YouTube. I have some health issues, and so this is more of a hobby that makes money than a full-time living, but I enjoy wrapping. I found the shirt on eBay for less than $4 shipped. Of course I had to get it, even though it is completely sewn, like completely wrong. The text, but whatever, we could just straighten that out. $3.99. So I've logged into eBay this Monday morning and I sold 21 items. I only sold 21 items because I shut down my store again. So what has been happening, and thank you so much, is that when I open my eBay store, a lot of people are buying some jewelry. I have a lot of jewelry at different price points, starting at like $4 or $5, under $10 shipped. And so they want the experience, which is awesome because I am happy to have some items to wrap, honestly. It brightens my day. But then I started to get overwhelmed and like, okay, I can't ship 427 items if everything sells. So then I'm like, okay, I can do 20. So I'm gonna close it down. I do have 2 or 3 day shipping on some things, all things, or at least 2 days, and some things for some reason, unknown reason, at 3 days. I'm not exactly sure why that is. We're going to get started with a purse that sold. So I'm going to lower you down so you can see my workspace a bit and participate as you relax or work. So this purse I purchased on eBay a while back. I purchased a lot of 2 of them. They weren't for me, they were actually to resell. Sometimes I find things online that I know have value. I was watching a Shark Tank episode and saw this brand. I googled them, I looked on eBay. I do that a lot as I'm listening through things throughout the day. If somebody is talking about motorcycle pieces, I search eBay high to low for motorcycle pieces. Not that I'm ever gonna find any in the wild or that I know are a good deal to buy, but so I was searching these purses after seeing the brand and loving the brand, and I was like, oh, this is a really good listing. They had a Pablo, I don't know, I'll write it on the screen, bag, and that bag seemed to be going for about $50, and this bag, and they were $30 shipped, and I had some kind of eBay box. I don't know, it came out to like $9. So I got this one. I would have used the eBay box on something usable, so I'm not going to count that toward the purchase, but I got this one for about $15 and listed it. It took very little to list. I didn't have to clean it. I just sprayed it with a little bit of disinfectant. We were good to go. So this sold for $49.99 plus shipping to Sarah. She purchased it on the 28th. So was that Saturday? That was Friday. She purchased it on Friday and it's Monday, and this morning I woke up to a message saying she was going on a trip. She would love to have this bag if it's any way I could ship it. So I wanted to, of course, do this one first. I am going to kind of nicely tie the handles of the purse. My spool of ribbon just was like, I don't like you anymore, I'm leaving. Jilson Roberts, you are a hard company from which to order items. They have a Jilson Roberts as my tissue paper company. Love their tissue. Big fan, Jilson Roberts. I'm gonna put some kind of bubble wrap around this. And so they have a lot of prints on Amazon, but they came out with their new prints on my birthday. It just happened to be on my birthday, so I remember the day, on January 28th. I might not know the day if it wasn't on my birthday. It just happened to be that way. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap these so they don't just clang around. This company, I think, is all women who have had jobs in the military or whose spouses or partners are in the military. So it was something like that. So that's it has like a dog tag wrapped to it. So they have an online store through Amazon. I've bought tissue paper for years there. I'm gonna leave a little bit of air in here. And so I was like, oh, I will just wait for Amazon to get the new prints. Well, I reached out to them. They weren't getting the new prints for months. I want new tissue paper pretty badly. So I called the Jilson Roberts toll-free number on the catalog, and it has their sales department. You transfer immediately to sales. So they take your information and then they have to call you back. You can't order tissue paper. You have to be approved to order tissue paper through this company. So if this happened to be like the beginning of February and she said we're really busy because the new prints, give me a couple days, I followed up. Finally got an answer that they do not sell to customers who won't resell their tissue paper. So because I'm using their tissue paper in like an online store or any store, if you're not buying from them to resell it, they won't sell it to you, which is the most bizarre thing I've heard in a long time. I would understand if they were the opposite. If they said something like, oh, I'm sorry, you resell tissue paper, which I don't, but let's pretend I do for this scenario. So weird still, but whatever. We can't have you resell our tissue paper. I'm sorry, it's for like non-resale only. You know, everything's marked with like, not for individual sale or whatever. There's a whole big shtick on a ketchup packet. Like, who's reselling ketchup packets? But people do. There's a big market for like sauces from McDonald's, if you're curious. And ramen noodle packets. If you don't use the packets of ramen noodle, you could sell them. Whatever. Which I totally get because I like my ramen packets. I would prefer like 2 packets per pot of noodles. So I understand the appeal. I'm not going to buy any, but I get it. But Jilson Roberts, so weird. So they said, we can hook you up, like they said it like that. We can direct you to somebody who you're allowed to buy our paper from. So that took ages. I finally just got the new prints. It's the beginning of March, it's like a month later, but we got them. They were a lot cheaper through this other company for the new prints, and they had a whole bunch that they were willing to sell me for a low price. So I got a whole bunch. I have like 30 new prints of tissue paper. So I think I pulled like 4 of them or 3 of them. We'll see. So we have a business card. I'm going to read it. You feel free to also read it. It says, you are enough. You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are. So that's what all of my business cards say. And so I've printed that on the fronts of all of my cards, and people have messaged me saying they've put them on their locker or framed it for their granddaughter or have it on their own mirror or their computer at work, which is so sweet. If it helps you in any way and you don't think you're enough, you are. You are very enough. Don't let somebody else tell you you're not. You are. So we are going to put a face mask on this. I bought, I think like 300 face masks from a company on Amazon. And so I think a lot of our package toppers, if I don't have like initials or something that I think they might also enjoy, I'll probably go with the face mask, which is right here. I picked out some colors that I thought would match the tissue paper. So this one is Stem Cell, a weird one for sure. So that's what it looks like. This has like a lighter blue in the center of the flowers, so I pulled that out. I used all of my orange ribbon this past week, where I would have had bright orange ribbon. That's what all of my packages have been for like the last week or so. So this is going to ship first class mail. That is 16 ounces and under. It's the only thing you have to remember: what goes first class, what goes priority mail, if you're using the United States Postal Service like I am through eBay. So this is under 16 ounces. I could weigh it, but I definitely feel it, so there's no need. And so I'm going to wrap it up in the final packaging, weigh it, and then input that number into eBay. I'm using poly mailers. These are an aqua hibiscus floral. I have a bunch of new poly mailers as well. And let's give it away. So we're at 12.7 ounces. For first class mail, I round up to the closest ounce. You can't, at least on my end, through eBay. Maybe if you have a business account or some other account, you could do this, but I can't. I just have the ounces and the pounds. So I have to round up. I can't put 12.7. They won't allow that. And 12.7, I have been told by many post offices, does round up to 13. Even at 12.1 rounds up. Always round up if you're hesitating. So this is costing me $5.12. The customer was charged $6.49. And purchase and print. We have landscapers outside, and the printer noises in the background is so loud. I think he's gonna come in here. Should I wave? I hope he doesn't come in here. Our landscapers take care of like our front yard area and all of the landscaping in the community and our backyard. So they like come in our front yard like a foot from my face right now and blow it out. And I'm sitting in front of, I don't know, like a 6 or 8 foot window in full direct view of everybody. So if he does come in, he's for sure gonna see. I think I installed the Dymo Label Writer 4XL. It's a brand new printer for me. It works with basically every platform. It prints that 4x6 label. So Etsy, Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, of course, PayPal, Pirate Ship, all of the platforms usually use that 4x6. eBay also allows, this is a little bit of a trick to get through, but I have some tutorials. The Dymo 450 and the 450 Turbo. They're basically the same machine. I've used both. I've seen no difference ever. My mom has the 450. She ships thousands of items. I have the 450 Turbo. I ship dozens of items, ones of items, and they both are identical. We both love our Dymo 450s. The 450 you can usually find used for about like $25–30 shipped. On Amazon it's a little bit pricier. It's usually like $60 to $80, but the 4XL is usually like $175–200, and I wasn't paying that. So I got one on eBay kind of unexpectedly. I happened to just be looking for a video for knowledge about how much it was, and I'm like, I should check eBay to see. And somebody was selling theirs, and it works. It is missing a small piece, but it's just cosmetic, and honestly it's fine. If I didn't have the other one sitting right next to it, I wouldn't have even known. It's like missing a tiny little silver plastic piece. It does nothing. So it was $70 shipped, and this printer again is usually like $175, so I purchased it immediately. I was like, that's it. I'm not even, I clicked into it to read the description and read everything was okay. He said once in a great while. I'm so sorry about the noise. The gentleman selling it said once in a great while. I'm just going to print and I'll discuss this with you later. We're gonna open our label and hit print and hit print. Thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna go put this outside. I've already printed like 20 shipping labels for Patreon members. I put together boxes, our monthly boxes that go out. There's like a subscription service for all of those people. So Bear and I worked on that. My husband and I worked on that last week, and I printed like 90% of those labels. So I do have a pickup scheduled. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. I had to wait until I thought the landscapers had left. Obviously not. So I will be dropping this off at the front door in big IKEA bags. I have all the mail to be picked up for our mail carrier. The pickup is free. And if I can't get to these items until, let's say, this afternoon, my husband can drop them off at the postal shop. It's a postal store in our gas station, our local gas station. So he'll do that later if I need to wait until the landscapers leave. This person is clearly blowing all of the leaves from all of Florida. The next item that sold was a Bruce Murano oval bead bangle. It does have the original packaging, which I listed, and I had to figure out how to set up my Dymo for XL, which it's printing with Pirate Chip, but it's not yet printing with eBay, so I have to figure that out. This week's just been a really crazy week. Bear got called into work for 2 full nights. He's a singer. You would think that would be like not a called into work thing, but I guess like there's emergencies with music. And so his act, him singing guitar or playing keyboard on and off, he rotates. I guess that's a useful skill, and he knows a lot of people here, and it is Southern Florida, so a lot of people are on a holiday. So anyway, he got called in both weekends, and we were putting together Patreon boxes, which is so much fun, but takes both of us. He gets up and like divvies things out. I tell him what to do. Works out perfectly. We're both happy with it. Here's the next tissue. And so we had the ongoings of 20 Patreon boxes, and Patreon boxes are like a stack of tissue paper and then like ribbons and poly mailers and a few other surprises, small surprises. But each one takes up like more than a foot, not cubed, it's not that high, but a foot square at least, of real estate in our house, and there's 20, so like every surface is covered with tissue paper and boxes and the whole thing, which is again so much fun. But it usually takes us like 4 to 6 hours with me resting, of course, for my health. So the house was just covered this whole weekend. I am clicking into my printed shipping labels. So on the eBay main page, there's a left-hand column, on my page at least, that says shipping labels. And if I click into it, I can see the labels I've previously created. This item, I printed the label, I think Saturday was when I was trying to set up the Dymo, before we realized my husband would be, you know, not able to do things and help with some things. And so I got it printed enough where it's working with some programs, but not eBay. So I printed this label. It didn't actually print though, so now I have to figure that out. There's not a reprint option, so I can either void it which I'm going to have to do, or print another label. But the label I just printed for the handbag has a reprint option. So that option must be available for like 24 hours. So the void option, I have until March 12th to cancel this transaction. And today is the 2nd, so that's fine. So now that we did that, I have to go back and print an actual label. So I'm gonna go to print another label. So I have the mask. I have this really pretty green bow. They were pre-cut bows. Usually I tie my bows in an actual bow, but this ribbon was tied in a knot because I found a ridiculous number of pre-cut green bows and they match really prettily, I think. We are going to slip this into a fun new mailer from Package Chic. It is a glossy white, which would just be pretty by itself. But then it has like watercolor ice cream coats. Do you see how the tops are like a watercolor impressionistic painting? They're so pretty. So this is definitely first class mail as well. It's very lightweight. 2.3 ounces, so I round up to 3. Update. My cost for this is $2.93. She paid $6.99 for the bracelet and $4.49 for shipping. Purchase and print. I use flat rate shipping for all of my lighter weight items. This item I knew would probably be between like $3.50 and $5 to ship. So I put $4.49. I figured it'd be on the lower end since it was such a lightweight item. Like a big chunky necklace, I might charge a little bit more for, like $4.99 or $5.49. But I don't put the weight and the measurements when I'm listing. I know it's lightweight. I know it's going to cost me between $3.50 and $5, so I just make up something. It's lightweight. It's going to be $4.49 for shipping. Like, I just made that up, and I can move on rather than while I'm listing, because I type fairly quickly, weighing it, waiting for the scale, because the scale takes like a few seconds, which sounds so silly. But and then measuring the package. I always have 12 by 12 by 2 or 12 by 12 by 3. Those are kind of what I leave in the computer system, and that works for 90% of my inventory. The bigger items, I'm gonna print this on the Dymo 450 because that's what I have set up with eBay. I don't know how that only set up with some programs. If I was on Pirate Ship, it would work, but with eBay, I don't know. I have to figure that out at some point. Maybe on this video. Print. Thank you, darling. I'm back. It's a little bit more quiet. It's almost 12 o'clock. I had some ramen noodles. I'm feeling well. My mailman did pick up my packages, which I figured would happen on Mondays. Sometimes he's a little bit later, but usually we're either first thing on the route is our community or last thing. And sometimes they deliver mail twice a day here, which blows my mind. Like, we're living in an area that has mail delivery, and they deliver on Sunday too, which, what? Coming from such a small town where we lived for 13 years and my husband grew up. Craziness. The next item is a layered, maybe I'll just do the one I pull out of the box, because I'm pretty sure all of these can be shipped by tomorrow. Here we go. We'll do this out of order, but everybody will get their items shipped today. 99% sure. This is a natural garnet. This is a natural garnet had to say that word like 3 times in a row. January birthday gemstone necklace strand vintage twist closure. That's how I described it. So I looked up natural garnets. I looked this up and it looked to be the exact strand, the exact stone, so I felt pretty confident. I'm also a January baby, so I've grown up with seeing this kind of, it's like a dark red, but if you hold it up to the light, it almost has like a plumish red. I don't know, but I felt pretty comfortable with that. So this is headed to Arlen, and Arlen paid $7 for the necklace. And anytime you see a flat like $7 or $6.50 and it doesn't end with a 9, that means I sent them an offer. I can send them an offer even if I don't have best offer on the listing, which is great because on the days I'm really busy, I don't send offers. And then the other day I was like, okay, I finally caught up. I can do this again. I sent 51 offers. So you could just send them all in one. You can't do one fell swoop that I know of. You have to do them individually, but I always offer the round number. So mentally when I'm doing this, I know if it's sold just through eBay and the person wanted it that badly, or if I sent a best offer to them. I think it's called like send offer to buyer. So that's what I did for Arlen, and she paid $4.99 shipping. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open up this twist. I had a comment from somebody, thank you so much. And they said to leave the closure outside of the wrapping. So I'm going to like wrap this a few times and then put the closure in and try it that way. I think I'd be fine either way with this, but it's good practice if something is, the only thing is then I see it, like it's not protected. I could still really, I mean, I don't know if I could break the stone, but if it was glass or fragile. I don't know about that. Maybe if I twist it around the bubble wrap and then fold it in, that's better. Let's try that. I'm sure it'll just be awkward the first few times I do it. I feel like I might have even used this way before. Put a piece of tape on that. Thank you for the person. Thank you to the person who sent us this tape dispenser. Yeah, I like that better, and that way everything is protected from all sides. And this is, I think this paper is called Bouquet. It would be awesome for Mother's Day. It's even pretty for winter because it has a very pale kind of periwinkle color and a soft blush, which you wouldn't think would be winter, but if you would put that color like in a Fair Isle sweater, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, with grays and blush pink and a light periwinkle, that'd be stunning. So if like Chanel or Alexander Wang is listening and they're gonna redesign a collection, there are your color options. And this has a sparkly gold. Jilson Robert does a lot of metallic in their tissue paper, which is so pretty when it catches the light, and I've never had any issues with it. It's maybe not coming out how pretty those colors are. Oh, there you go, maybe. It's really like unusually muted for me. So pretty. So I think I'm going to do a navy ribbon. I think that'll bring out the bluish periwinkle color better than a gold or an ivory would. And we will be saving these for Rhea. She is a subscriber that scrapbooks and she puts together a lot of things. So all of my scrap ribbon goes to her. They're saying, oh, jewelry boxes. So they have come in. I have them. They're really tiny and it took a long time to get here. They'll work really well for smaller items. I've got like 2x3 or 2x4 or whatever they are. I can't imagine them being more than 4 inches would work, but they're really tiny. So here's what this is going to look like. There we are. And I have these poly mailers. These don't have any words on them, so I mean, you could probably find them on Amazon, eBay. Most poly mailer sites have very similar designs. I would love to do so many things. I talk to my husband about that all the time. Like, if I was really well, I would want to do this. If I was really well, just try things. I would want to try everything and do everything. I would love to design my own like poly mailers and tape, like washi tape and ribbons and packaging, but so pretty. 2.6 ounces, but it's pricey. So they probably have several hundred prints of poly mailers at this point. But when I started eBay in the early 2000s, for sure, maybe 2001, 2002, 2001, I started buying items, but I don't know when I started selling. It was before I was married though, so it either has to be late 2001 or early 2002 that I started. And poly mailers were just white. I don't remember colored poly mailers. Maybe like in the last 10 or 12 years they've come up, and more now, but poly mailers just came in white. You had like 1 or 2 choices and they were white. It was so boring. Now if you Google like horse poly mailers, somebody has probably created that. I'm feeling really well now. I'm sure you can tell this is me naturally when I don't have a lot of pain. I say my pain whispers. Once or twice, maybe once a month, I'll have no pain. It comes out of nowhere. It just disappears. And it's not from medication. It's not because I've not done anything strenuous. I never do anything strenuous. But it just hits me and I'm like, whoa, this is how I felt before I got sick and diagnosed with CRPS. It's so weird. But it happens maybe not even once a month. I'd have to ask Bear. It happened about 2 weeks ago. It happened at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was still awake, having trouble sleeping because of pain. And then it completely cleared. My body just went back to not feeling the inside of my nervous system. Like I can trace my nerves because of the pain, which is a crazy thing. Can you trace your nerves? Like I asked Bear, like, how does the bottom of your feet feel? He's like, what do you mean? They feel like feet. I'm like, no, is your skin dry? What's the hydration level? He's like, I can't tell any of that, but I can tell that all the time. So I'm feeling well, which is awesome. This is heading to Arlen, we said that. So I'm going to try to change my printer. When I hit print shipping label and I put in the weight and the 12 by 12 by 2, this might even measure slightly less, but it's no big deal. There's a left-hand column that says order details, and if you scroll down the whole way, it says 2 by 7 inch PDF. I'm gonna change that to a 4 by 6. Ooh, I wonder if it'll be that easy. Could it be that easy? There's print labels in bulk. I'm not doing that. I would feel like that would just confuse me if my label printer just started spitting out labels in bulk and then I had like 47 packages. I'd just be overwhelmed. So I do them individually. You feel free to do them in bulk. Not happening for me. Ship on. I don't see any other option to switch the printer, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase and print the label, the 4 by 6. Let's see if it's that easy. I don't think it is, or I think I would have figured that out. Okay, open label. There's nothing on this page. So open label. It opens it in Adobe Acrobat. That's how I have it set up. Again, I have a tutorial walking you through that if you'd like to do that. but no, you don't have to. It'll print directly to your regular printer. Print. Let's choose my printer and print. It printed. That was it. Wow, I feel really like I should have figured that out prior to right now. I've had that printer set up for like 5 days. Thank you, Arlen. Let's see what else I pull. I know I have a few multi-orders where people ordered a bunch of stuff. Let's just pull a green necklace. So this person ordered like 4 or 5 items. I already refunded them the shipping cost over the exact amount because they paid on February 29th. So I could have waited, but I knew all of their items could ship for under a certain price, so I just refunded them already. I took care of that. I do that when, let's say the person pays for an item, you don't ship it, but the next day they buy and pay for an item and you don't ship it because it happens to be a holiday weekend, let's say. So they pay for something Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning. So now you're looking at your labels, you see they've purchased 4 different items and paid 4 different shipping on 4 different days. You personally have the option to send them 4 different packages. That would be completely fine as they paid separately. But Pat, in this case, had paid for all of the items. She added them to her cart and checked out, and it charged her $22.95 for shipping lightweight items. So I'm going to ship them all together. I feel like that's my responsibility if I ship them together, and she paid $23 for all of these different packages, but I'm taking the easy route of shipping them together, that I should refund her. And that's up to you if you want to do that or not. I'm not saying you have to, it's just something that I do. Let's find her other items. I pulled all of the items. I was able to incorporate my pearl bracelets and mix a lot of bracelets into the regular bracelet. So this is just, it was an empty box. She got that. She bought a lot of bracelets. She bought that. She bought that. She bought these. I think this is it. Yes. So Pat purchased a lot of blues and green stretch. There's 4 bracelets in there, stretch bracelets. She purchased this really pretty beaded cuff. The bracelet she paid $9.99 for. This she paid $5.99 for. The green beaded necklace. These are really lightweight. They don't feel cold. They also don't feel like super lightweight plastic, but I'm guessing there's some kind of plastic or resin. I don't really know jewelry. So there are those. They'll actually match the bracelets really prettily. A handmade bracelet. This one was clay beads almost. It looks like, I think they're wooden actually. Another thing that had clay beads, but they're all different. And then 2 bangles. And those have like a confetti color seed bead. Sorry. So let's hit print shipping label. And those were $5.49. So altogether she paid $32.45 for these items. And let me start to wrap them up and see what packaging I can fit them in. all of the same tissue. I've thought about it way too much. And I think if I was receiving a package of many items, I would want all the tissue to match. If I did different tissues, it would have her experience that of just like, but it seems a little mishmatchy. I'd rather all the packaging look cohesive, I think. So that's what I'm doing. If you were wondering my thought process on the tissue paper. I have these. ThredUp sent me a ton of these. I have ordered so many boxes of ThredUp jewelry, mystery boxes. I bought them all. I'm pretty sure they're still sold out completely. They stopped taking jewelry. They stopped taking jewelry last April, so about 10 months ago, almost 11 months, I guess. And they were phasing it out, and I didn't realize it. And somebody from the company wrote me, said they knew who I was, first of all, which blew my mind, and said they would only have the rescue boxes for jewelry when they cleared their website. So I was checking every day to see if they were back in stock. They hadn't been for weeks, but I was still checking every day. It was just a quick little check. And I checked that morning, and then I checked at like 5 o'clock, and they came back in. So I was like, I'm gonna buy all of them. So all of them usually meant like 2 to 5 boxes if I just bought them right in a row. You have to, you can't add all of them to your cart. You have to check out every box. So silly because I had free shipping, but whatever. They wanted to do them that way. So I purchased all of them. I want to say it was close to 40 or 50 boxes of jewelry, and they've been delivered. My plan is to unbox one a week or every other week and put those videos at least on Patreon. If I don't put them on YouTube, why wouldn't I really? But sometimes if you're unboxing a big box of jewelry and somebody's like, I'd like the purple bracelet, and you're like, oh my goodness, I have 400 pieces of jewelry, I can't, I don't know. We'll see how I do. I'm gonna put a few things together. But I did, Bear was like, where are we putting all of this? He didn't care, he was there. I'm like, I'm buying all this. He's like, okay. He's just down for anything. My most wonderful husband. And so they came, and they were just a lot of boxes. But they're in my lanai. They're in the storage, and they're actually really neat. You would have thought I had plans of where to put them before they were delivered, but no, I didn't. Okay, so we have 3 bubble bags. If I would have shipped these separately, she would have gotten a face mask with each one. But because I'm doing them together and she paid one shipping fee, I'm going to do one face mask. Did I say her name? I said her name right. What was it? Oh, Patricia. Yes. Patricia's actually a Patreon member. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Pat. They look so pretty. I'm so glad I put them all together. That was a good call. It'd be fun to have different color ribbons in the same palette. So I might do that. It's really a bummer I ran out of orange. Actually, one of our subscribers sent me orange satin double-faced ribbon. I think 2 spools. And I was just obsessed with it. I was like, I am using all of this. There's a wide ribbon too, so pretty. I should have taken pictures. What was I thinking? Not taking pictures of my packages. So I am going to use some green ribbon. Again, this was pre-cut ribbon that I found. And I paid almost nothing for. So I think it was for scrapbookers, because it was cut 12 by 12 or something by something for scrapbooking pages. It is really pretty with the orange. You wouldn't have thought orange and green together. So I just don't have, I could probably tie them together, but because they were pre-cut, I couldn't do a bow. I love that they're oranges and I live in Florida. I didn't realize that until right now. Probably because I don't leave my house very often. I think Tropicana is fairly close to us too. We live in the West Bradenton, Cortez area of Florida, which is about a half hour, 20 minutes from Sarasota. We'll do that. Let's do a green face mask, cucumber. Oh, that's nice. Oh, so pretty. Look at all of that come together. So let's give this away. It's definitely under a pound. It is 13.2 ounces, so that tells me I can use a poly mailer. I'm gonna use this big one because it matches the blue. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the blue kind of color is like an aqua with darker shades of blue. Blue, orange, and green. Wouldn't have thought that went together. Totally does. I don't know if you'll be able to see it inside, but it does look really pretty in there with all of the same tissue paper. Let's give it away now that it's wrapped. I'm still guessing it's about 14 ounces. 13.9, so it is, we round up to 14. An update. The shipping cost is $5.27. And I'm going to make sure my 4x6 is on. We're good to go. And open label in Adobe Print. It's doing it. I'm professional now. The only reason I wanted to upgrade is because I have been selling more through YouTube. So I have haul videos where I sell things directly from a video. All you have to do, thank you Pat, would be to message me through email. I have a Gmail account set up. And then I send a bill through PayPal. And because I'm using PayPal and not eBay, I don't go through eBay at all. Once it's on eBay, I have to go through eBay, but before that, I don't have to, obviously. I don't have, I was gonna say something funny. It wasn't gonna be funny. I don't have a monogamous relationship with eBay. Should I even say that? I'm not gonna say that. So because of PayPal, and I use Pirate Ship, which is a third party that prints really nice labels, I would check them out for bigger packages especially. I wanted the bigger label, so I didn't have to use our ink printer. In fact, I just switched the toner in our regular printer. It's a laser, it's not actually ink, it's toner. And then I touched my face and I had black toner like on the tops of my fingers and smudged. Good thing I went to the bathroom. Here's the next item. It is a multi-layered long teal aqua seed bead look. 60 inches necklace, can be worn doubled or tripled. That was the title. This is selling to Beverly. Hi Bev. Let's get some tissue and some bubble wrap. This necklace is going to match the blue in the tissue, so we're going to use the same tissue as the last. And then we'll switch over to something else. This bubble wrap kind of sticks to each other. I don't know, it's not like super sticking. I don't know if it's meant to do that, but I really appreciate that feature. I buy my bubble wrap and foam together. I think I have a link for that in Amazon. Question mark? I'm trying to remember. I don't buy a lot of it. My mom buys bubble wrap by like the mile. I don't know. Whatever the biggest number of bubble wrap is. Here we are, let's get some green. Let's get the turquoise. It won't be an exact match, but it's close enough and it matches the necklace. This is my second spool of this turquoise raffia, and it's from Gilson Roberts. I think there's 1,000 yards for about $30. I usually track it per package. Like I know this piece of tissue paper cost me about 7 cents because it's a half sheet. And I pay 14.5 cents a sheet. Anybody could, that's the Amazon price. I probably didn't even pay that though because I got them cheaper, of course, because I bought a gazillion pieces. She will get a face mask. You get a face mask. You get a face mask. We will do some colored ice cream cones. Ice cream cones are my new favorite. I don't even eat ice cream. Not because I don't want to, just because it makes me really sick. $4.6, so we round up to 5. Bev paid $7 for the necklace and $4.99 for shipping. She lives in Utah, so we are updating. I don't think I said the other states. Texas, Massachusetts, and Indiana. 4 different states. Sometimes it happens that like 90% are from the same state, usually California. So first class mail for me is $3.67, purchase and print. Thankfully, I don't have to change the label printer every single time. It's kind of stuck. So now I can just print and print. Thank you, Beth. Since the jewelry is small, I can get away with a half sheet. This is the next item. Come on. Thankfully, it's thick chain, so it doesn't tangle. I just have to find the clasp. There we go. Nope. We're so close. Okay, there we are. So there that is. It has 5 different like gauges of chain and metal. It's not super heavy, but it's definitely real metal. And this is headed to Arizona to Onanong. Hi, Onanong. So we are going to lay it in the middle. Again, because, oh, it's got 7 chains. I called this, what did I call this? The Layered Link Chain Necklace. Metal, faux pearl, silver, darkened ivory. Ooh. It's exactly like that. That's exactly. I did a very good job. Is it marked? Oh, it does have a little maker's mark. I don't know what it is. It feels like costume jewelry, but probably something you would pay. It really depends. There's so many companies that sell basically what I think of as mall jewelry, like a Claire's or Forever 21 or even Walmart, that kind of level, which is nice. It's actually surprisingly nice. For like $70. FabFitFun includes jewelry, and I'm like, what? This isn't even real sterling. How is this $147 for this tiny little necklace? So you never know the value. I never know the value unless something is marked sterling or gold. So she paid $6.99 for the necklace. So that means I did not send her an offer. It sold for full price. And $4.99 for shipping. And she didn't leave me a note. A lot of my buyers are now subscribers and viewers. Thank you. And they leave me a note saying they watch me. But she didn't, so I'm thinking she's a genuine not knowing who I am, which is impressive to me because there's so many pieces of jewelry and I'm not excellent at describing jewelry at all. I know very little about jewelry past look for like 14 karat gold. This weekend we had Jason come over. Jason is, I usually say, the only child in our neighborhood. Our community is set back, it's private, it's next to a Catholic school on a dead end. We're very much a community here. And we have now 2 children. There's another small child who lives at the very start of the community. But Jason, I usually say, is our only child. Now I can't say that in the community, but he's our 8-year-old neighbor friend. And he came over and we opened one of the boxes of jewelry, which was fun for both of us. We both had a great time. I don't even know where I was going with that story. It was just fun. We dumped it out on a piece of tissue paper and we went at it. I am back. It is now 1:45. My husband woke up, so we spent time together. So here's that, and of course we will do, it's a nice heavy package. I've already forgotten what's in there. Oh, it was the layered necklace, which of course you knew. I just didn't. So he's singing at a retirement community today, so he just left to set up and play. We are looking at 8.3 ounces and we round up to 9. Update. Headed to Arizona. My cost is $4.32. Purchase and print. It is gorgeous here. I think we are in some kind of allergy season. I've been sneezing and rubbing my eyes more than normal. So with them doing some landscaping to the community, I'm sure that hasn't helped the air quality. Good job, Jana. Thank you, Onanam. And let's see what is next. Let's do a J. Crew necklace for Courtney. I would just make sure Courtney didn't order anything else. She did not. Here it is. This is a heavy one. So pretty though. All of this jewelry was in my thread up box. Look how pretty. Orange and like a pale bubblegummy pink and a turquoise color. It's a darkened brass tone. What did I call it? J. Crew. And it doesn't actually have the J. Crew placard on it. It's fallen off. You could see where it was. But it has this like little life raft. There we go. And I recognized. So I put all of that in the listing. But I did call it J. Crew because I was positive it was J. Crew. J. Crew necklace, statement brass, coral pink green, 18-inch with 3-inch extender. I find that because I don't know what to call jewelry, I just put like weird things in the title nobody's looking for, but it seems better than not putting it. I'm not sure. Put this in some bubble wrap. This is definitely too big for the jewelry boxes. One little part of that could fit in here. And protected. I have my sister's birthday gift to send, and a few things for my niece who's turning 11 next month. Craziness. And she has a few things in the box, my sister's birthday box, just because I send them monthly boxes. I've been doing that for so many months. It's kind of still fun. No, it's not kind of still fun. It's really still fun for me and for my niece. It's a good connection between the two of us since we don't see each other very much. This is Halloween ribbon somebody sent, but it's just purple, which matches really nicely. So we're going to definitely use it. It's so funny what classifies as Halloween ribbon. This could have been Mardi Gras ribbon. This could have just been ribbon. Suddenly purple is Halloween. It's not black and orange stripe. I guess lime green and purple is kind of Halloween too. So we'll have enough to go around both ways. And my niece has started to write our neighbor boy who she met this past summer, Jason. So she sent him a second letter this past week. So he was talking about how excited he'll be to see her again. It won't be for months, but you know, kids. Adorably cute. Anybody really. I'm looking forward to the next time I'm seeing my sister, and I don't even know when that's going to be. So there we are. Put a business card. I grabbed all the matte, it's like a shiny gold still, but it's a matte card instead of the blue ones. The blue ones I save for hair ties. And I didn't make those up. Because again, the busyness. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the like darker purples in here. There's a dark purple there. So it does match the ribbon. .8. I almost said inches, ounces. So we round up to 6. Update. And Courtney paid $14 for the necklace and $4.99 for shipping, and she's in Texas. My cost is $3.31 purchase and print. My mom had a get-together in Lancaster, Pennsylvania this past week with a whole bunch of other sellers. I think there was over 70 people there. Print and print. And she had plans on just doing it with her and all the other sellers, of course, coming, and my sister and her were gonna run it. And another reseller was happened to be in the area. Her name is Emma. And so she told my mom she would be willing to speak to, and Emma's a really big seller. My mom said, of course. So they had that, and it's on my mom's channel. But it's really good. They filmed the whole thing, and you can definitely hear it. It's fine. But it's not like a TED Talk where they're completely wired for sound, but you get the experience of really being there, which is really cool. Thank you, Courtney. So I was listening to that this weekend. I felt like I was there. Thank you to everybody who said hello to me or who watches my videos. My mom and sister said there were a few people who had come up and said that. I thought that was so sweet. Okay, I think, let's keep going. We have somebody who bought a ton, Amy. Hi, Amy. But they have to go in her Patreon box, and I think she wants one more thing that wasn't on eBay at all. So I have to send her the bill. I've got to do all that. So I don't want to do that right now. I want to get the bulk of eBay done if I can. So let's move on to a locket. If I pulled it. So I call this an oval 2-inch locket on chain necklace, brass tone, long opens, romantic, woman with birds. Are you intrigued? So it is a fairly good sized locket, and it does open. It's very detailed. It's not vintage, it's just made to look that way, but it does open. So I took pictures with it open. It's always a good idea to take pictures next to a ruler if you have a ruler, especially smaller items like this, and that way you don't even have to measure them. So let's get some bubble wrap. I think that's actually better. You can now see a little bit more. See what I mean about the bubble wrap? No, probably not. It kind of like sticks to itself. That feature a whole lot. I grabbed a little box. It is a 2.5 by 2 or 3 by 2 inch box. They're really cute, and they came in gray, ivory, like a beige, and 2 colors of blue. So I was pretty excited about that. That was just the 100 pack. This does fit. So I'm going to put the chain behind the little cotton pads. Stick them back in there. It fits really well, actually. It's like made for this box. Look at that. So we'll put the box then in the bubble wrap. We're going to use the muted paper because the gold looked really pretty with the bronze color of the locket. I love that people are still wearing lockets. Isn't that a sweet thing? Even if you put your favorite Pokemon in there or whatever. Who's getting this? Jessica. Jessica, do you have a favorite Pokemon? I don't. I don't know any of the Pokemon. She is in Oregon. I want to make sure I usually have my phone on airplane mode when I'm filming. There we are. So there's the back. And there's the front. It's such a neutral color palette. I was wondering if I had like gray. I think I'm going to go with the light blue again. It's so pretty. And the entire spool unraveled, and I have a lot of it. Right back across there. This was way too much ribbon for your little package. That's okay, we have somebody using it. I'm so glad somebody will be able to use it. My mom is planning on coming next week. She had teeth implants put in late last year, maybe October or something, I don't know, and has been back for checkups. There was just happened to be one of the better doctors is in Lakeland, Florida, which I think is like 70 to 80 miles north of us, I think. So she's now just staying with us because she flies in, she has the appointment the whole next day, she uses our car, and then, and I'm glad she gets to use our car, it's not an inconvenience at all. And then she stays a day and flies out. Let's do a white mask. I pulled some more prints out. I don't think any of these prints match, honestly. Maybe this one. This one isn't bad. This one is a citrusy with pineapples and lemons and grapefruit. I don't think I've ever had a grapefruit. And oranges, of course. Really pretty summer colors. So Jessica paid $11 for the locket and chain, of course, and $4.99 for shipping. The weight is just 3.5 ounces, so we round up to 4. Update. Put some of these plastic bags. I use them to store the jewelry, and then I save most of them for the next jewelry I'm going to store. My cost is $3.18. Purchase and print. Today I'm using some flamingo washi tape that a subscriber sent me, and it's really nice. It hasn't like frayed or broken at all. Sometimes washi, it's hard to get a washi that's not too sticky, but sticky enough. I nailed it. Thank you, Jessica. Fun little colorful pile. Okay, for this next necklace, we are going to use a fun Jilson Roberts print. It has no metallic, but it feels very like kind of jungly, like jungle at night. That's what it should be called. I don't know what it's called. I think it's the new one. So for this next piece, we're going to do our final new tissue paper, and I'll show you that here in a second. This necklace is by J. Crew. Hold on. I know there's a way for this to lay correctly because I thought it was screwed up, but then it just needed twisted. Come on, we can do it. You and me together. Here, Vandi. Oh, it popped a bubble. My goodness. There we go. There we go. Question mark. Does the whole other part need flipped around? No. So here was to be the next piece. Did I fix it? I know it wasn't like this in the photos. I think what happened, and this is easily fixable by Bear, my husband, who is out singing, but will be home by this afternoon. So it looks like the link has gotten not even caught. I'm not even sure of how to describe it. It's like weirdly jammed itself in the corner and not allowing it to go back down. So Bear will be able to fix this in a heartbeat. But I've been at it for like 5 minutes. And it's funny because I've been like here, and every time I press down there's bubble wrap, and it surprises me. So every time a bubble pops, and it's happened like 8 times, I'm like startled. So I'm gonna set this aside. I might be able to do it if I had like, it's completely fine. I can see it's fine, but I just also know as I'm moving it around, it's not perfect, and the photos clearly show it perfect. I know it was perfect. I just don't know how that even happened. So weird. So anyway, putting this down, we are moving to our next item. Frustration is setting in. Our next item, I think I pulled these, are headed to Maryland, and they are earrings. So the earrings are pierced ears, but they have this like cool little clip on the back as well. So I'm going to put some earring backs on them. I might have even listed them without earring backs, but I bought some. I didn't show earring backs on them, but I called them shiny gold tone, silver tone shell earrings with post and security. I'm sure I've mentioned the earring story before. I just bought a whole bunch of extra earring backs from Amazon. But only one of my ears would ever stay pierced, no matter how many times I did it. And finally I just gave up. Just close over and close over and close over. And I think my sister's the same way. When I get up next, I'm gonna wash my hands because that necklace had like some bronze on them. Okay, so let's see. I think I can clip it. I have a little aqua box I'll show you. I can stick the post. Picture that, but concentrating. Okay. Oh, they look lovely. Nope. They look lovely. I'm gonna try to show them without it falling out. So, little aqua box, and I have a little aqua chiffon bag, organza, whatever we're calling this. Let's wrap it up. I don't think we need this much bubble. I like the perforated bubble. It peels nicely. The shiny bubble that sticks to itself. It can make my job just a little bit easier, and it's not any more money. Sign me up. Oh, this is so pretty together, this washi with this paper. This was so anything like I've ever had with Dalton Roberts, I don't think. The whole thing, it's not shiny at all. It's a very matte black paper. It feels a little bit like chalkboard paper, I would say. I don't know if I've just made that up, chalkboard tissue paper, but this is what I'm picturing a chalkboard tissue paper to look like. I might have had that before. I might have had a chalkboard tissue paper before. Okay. So there's the back. I will show you like this so you can see the washi. See how cute that is? Because the flamingos have tropical leaves behind them. And let's do dark blue, or don't I have like a brown? think I'm gonna do the dark blue. The brown satin's pretty, but there's not much neutral in here. There's a little bit of like a tannish beige color, but not very much. So I'm gonna go with the darker blue, and the two darks together is really pretty. Oh yeah, that was the right color. My hands are doing really well so far. Not having problems at all. I accidentally dropped, I had some cream soda over the weekend, and I filled up my plastic cup. I don't think I have it by me. And put on the lid as well as I can. And then I just completely dropped the entire thing. There was cream soda like all over every wall. It was crazy. I've dropped that before, but it's usually water. I don't put cream soda in that particular vessel. It's my water vessel. But I had it there and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do cream soda so I could lay down and sip through a straw. And then it's like a cream soda explosion. There's worse things in the world. So there we are. Such a pretty, just different floral. I'm gonna do green tea with it. The green color, I pulled this out specifically. See how pretty that green looks there? And let's keep it dark. Let's do this dark blue with it. It's not a perfect match, but kind of that night sky look. So again, these are headed to Maryland. She is in AR. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. So it could be Arkansas or Arizona. AR. AK. Is it AK? I don't know AR. I don't know a lot of state abbreviations. AR is Arkansas. Okay, so there's no AK. Interesting. What else did I say it could be? Arizona is AZ. Whew, that's a tough one. I mean, I was probably taught that in like 2nd grade, but still tough. 2.6 ounces, so we round up to 3. And her cost for the earrings $3.99, her shipping $3.99, so she paid just under $8 shipped. And I got the earrings in the thread up box, probably honestly like maybe a quarter, because it's by weight and they weigh, I mean, I would highly doubt they'd even weigh an ounce honestly by themselves, maybe an ounce at the most. So let's say I paid a quarter for them. Let's even say 50 cents plus the packaging and the sheet mask. Let's say I'm $1 into everything, which is probably about right. And my shipping cost is $2.84 plus $1 would be $3.84. And shipping is $3.99. And the item value she paid is $3.99. So eBay takes a cut, I pay taxes. And so my profit is probably only $2 to $2.50 on this. But again, I'm selling a good bit of jewelry, and most of the jewelry is not going for $3.99. So I'm glad to have made the purchase. Hopefully Marilyn likes her earrings. And it's something really easy. The jewelry gets delivered straight to me. I'm sorry I can't recommend them as they're out and they don't plan on getting any more lots. But shipped straight to me. Jewelry is super easy to photograph. I highly doubt this would even take me 2 minutes to list these. Thank you, Marilyn. And remember, I'm getting paid not a ton, but YouTube pays me for these videos as well. Shipping videos, I think usually make, they're like $30 to $80 depending. I think I'm going to do Paula next. Paula is international shipping, and I'll tell you a little bit about this after I pull her pieces. So here are the 2 pieces for Paula. They're very similar. She lives in Canada and she's not used eBay in the past. There we go. And I wasn't sure I wanted to walk her through it, honestly. But she called eBay. She eventually figured it out. She said shipping was showing $80 for these two very, I mean, not super lightweight, but lightweight items. So I made her custom listing with the bracelets being $10 for both of them. I think I originally had them for like $5.49 or something like that. So I gave her a little bit of a discount. And then she paid first class international mail shipping. So I'll talk about that after I have these wrapped and we have the exact weight on this of how to do shipping to Canada. Because if you're looking to go international shipping, and I'm still using the global shipping program, I have somebody from UPS walking past. Okay, I don't know if I'm hardcore blushing now, but whew, if you're trying to get into international shipping, and I still have global shipping program, I still have that checked. So people in Kenya, for instance, who I don't ship to Kenya directly, or Russia or Brazil, those are a few countries that I won't ship to. Most of Africa I usually won't. China I won't ship to. They could still purchase it through a global shipping program. That's awesome. I just have to get it to Kentucky. I wouldn't even know it's going to China mostly. Probably, unless I knew the exact address or printed a packing slip. There's ways to find out, but it doesn't matter. I just have to get it to Kentucky to the eBay global shipping program. And then they deal with everything else. But Canada is a nice country to ship to as your first step into international shipping. If you're like, okay, maybe I will, especially lightweight items. So I want to talk about that a little bit more in depth. Let's wrap each one of these in bubble wrap, which I would have done anyway, shipping down the street or to Canada. I knew I could rip it. I didn't even realize how similar these bracelets were until just when I took them out. I pulled them, but I pulled them at different times. So this is headed to Paula. Hi, Paula. Okay, so here they are. Let's get some tissue paper. Usually these spools, who I think somebody sent me this, like 99% sure, have like a few yards. This had so much, just kept going and going. That is garbage. So let's wrap these up. Okay. My Patreon members who subscribe to the $35 level, and all of those have been taken, all the spots. I had 10 spots just to see how I could do subscription boxes, and then I upped it to, I think, 12, and then somebody asked and I upped it to 15, and then I upped it to 20, and now my husband's helping, and it takes a good day for me to do on a good day. But again, he got called away, so it took us a little bit longer this time, which is no big deal. But I'm gonna open up another level of Patreon. So if you're liking the tissue papers and the poly mailers and want that experience, and the value honestly is solid. Jilson Roberts, not in bulk, but if you would buy their 24 pack, I think it's like, well, let's just say, Jilson Roberts. The 24 pack is $18 on Amazon. That's the cheapest of the prints. And you only get 6 prints, which is a good variety. It's a whole bunch of florals. Not their new prints, but still really pretty. It's a solid option. But their 240 pack is usually $60 to $70, but they go on discount for $35. So the new boxes I'm going to be opening up here at the end of this month, going into April, will be tissue paper, ribbons, twines, that kind of thing. Like some bubble wraps or smaller bubble wrap packages. I'll show you what I mean. I have a bunch of different sizes of these, of like holographic ones and the blue ones and just like various configurations, and poly mailers in different sizes. So that'll probably be more of what that's about. And that'll just be a little bit quicker for Bare and I to put together. So hence the cost, $28 shipped. And you'll get at least 20 sheets of tissue paper, at least. Usually I don't want to say, but anyway. And ribbon or twine, and a good many poly mailers. If you have a need for smaller poly mailers or larger or bubble wrap, it'll be like packaging supplies. So I'm going to do that because the boxes now are all customized per person, which is so much fun. They're so much fun to put together. I love it so much. I would totally do that full time if I had the staff and the ability to do it. Look how pretty this is. That came together so nicely. That green matches almost perfectly. So let's put that in a poly mailer. I haven't done the pink, and this kind of matches. It's a pink camo. I don't know where I got that one either. So the Patreon boxes right now are customized, and they take a little bit longer because of that. You know, I know who has cats or hates the color pink or whatever, so I customize it. And then every month, you can do every month, you could do one box, you could do every other, I don't care. And that's completely up to you and your budget, of course. But at that level, most people do every month. And so for March, I just sent them out. I'll show you a few of them. We did 4 different tissue papers. So because I knew this was definitely for St. Patrick's Day, and you could do it, of course, in spring, but it's definitely more like St. Patrick's Day. Could even go Christmas a little bit if you put the right ribbon. But we included, I think, like 8 sheets of this. Might have been more, but at least 8 sheets. I did include this one because it had green, but again, it didn't read. Any of these could be used anytime throughout, but I wanted to stick with the green. So we included this. I included a whole bunch of this dark, which you probably can't see it, but it does have like a really cool sheen. And most people got like 10 to 15 sheets. And I didn't pull the 4th one. It was one of the newer Jilson Roberts. And we did 10 sheets of each. So everybody got like 35 sheets. But again, I'll be focusing more on the Jilson Robert newer tissue papers. And anything additional, like the polka dots or the solid, would just be additional and additional to the 20. So let's talk international. This is 6.2 ounces. So again, we round up to 7. The page so far looks exactly the same, except there's a little, instead of United States, it says Canada. So 7 ounces. I'm going to leave the dimensions. If I had to guess, this might be slightly less than 12, but 12 by 12 by 3, I'll leave it. It won't matter when it's that small. So I'm gonna update this and talk through our options on eBay and then talk through our options off eBay. So she paid $9 international shipping. And I knew that was gonna be a little bit low, and I was willing to eat that cost on this exact order. Again, it was showing $80, so I knew I was gonna be, but let's talk through this a little bit. Because it's 7 ounces, it's $11. Let's do 6 ounces. It'd still be $11. 5 ounces. Still $11. I want to see at what point it goes down. International shipping used to start at like $5. I'll let you know, we're at 3 ounces at this point. Still $11. Let's just jump to 1 ounce to Canada, $11. So now you know, anything that's even ridiculously lightweight, if I was sending this to Canada and I needed a tracking number, not just in an envelope, but like a number 10 envelope, you get it, not a number 10 envelope, but an actual package that you need tracking, it's $11 through eBay. So let's see what we can go up to with that. Okay, so 15 ounces, just under a pound, is $18.72. So here's where I would put in the weight for international, and I can still do when I'm listing a flat rate, which is what I do. If this was headed down the street, it'd be like $4.99 I would charge. It'd be less than that for me, of course, but so I can still do a flat rate on domestic shipping, and then international is the next, like, scroll mouse down, same page but right underneath. You could either do none, global only, Canada only, worldwide, but pick your countries, or worldwide. And you could do free worldwide shipping, free Canada shipping. You get it. You have the options, just like domestic, of free, calculated, or flat rate. Here I did flat rate of $9. There were a few reasons that went into that decision, but no, I made that decision knowing I would lose a little bit in shipping. I never feel like you have to do that. If you want to make, heck, if you want to make $100 on shipping and somebody's willing to pay it, awesome. So what did I say this was? Like 6 point something? I rounded up to 7. So I want to check Pirate Ship if they have international. Okay, so it is 6.2, so it is 7. So let's go back to 7. Let's go to Pirate Ship. And log in. Pirate Ship is a free website where you can print labels, and I love it. I love it so much. You get a little bit of a discount. The labels are super easy. You can import your whole eBay shipping list. It looks like they do. They do have Canada. Okay, so I am going to, this is not the length, width, and depth like eBay. This is just, if I flatten this out, just straight across, perpendicular. So I'm gonna go 12 by 12 and 7 ounces. Now I have to fill out on Pirate Ship. This is the first time I think I've done this here for international. Describe what you're shipping. So I'm gonna put 2 costume fashion bracelets. That's what those are called. Quantity 2. Total value is $10. Total weight is 7 ounces, 0 pounds, and that's it. Get rates. $11.64. So it is a little bit cheaper to use eBay for first class international. PayPal would be more expensive. So I'm gonna go ahead and use eBay and purchase and print. It is asking me when I hit the normal purchase and print to check mark a box that said I have read the shipping, blah, 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 blah. I've read the terms and conditions, basically. Purchase and print. eBay has already filled out the form that says the bracelets. I do have to put the weight, which again is 7 ounces. Purchase and print. We're good to go. Curious to see if international will ship on the Dymo, or I'll need to ship it on my regular printer. I'm guessing it's going to ship to the Dymo. I don't think so. Nope. Regular printer. Definitely regular printer. Okay. So I'm going to make sure I have labels in there. I do not. I will be back. It says I changed the toner. Yeah, I got you. Thanks. So I buy these on Amazon. They're 2 stickers per sheet, and I'll show you what it looks like when it prints. You can run this through one way, have it print. peel it off, use it, and then run it through the other way, and it can use the second one. So that's really easy to do. I wasn't sure of how that would work with 2 stickers being per page. I was like, how do I need to ship 2 things? But no, it's figure it out. So let's cover some personal information. Here we go. So here's what it looks like, the international label. Looks very similar to a regular label. It's still just the sticker, except you need to sign it and date it. So do that in like, I mean, you can do it in any color, but I like to do things in blue, and I like to spell out the date. Today is March 2nd, 2020. So in America, we put 3/2 or 03/02/20, but in different countries, they reverse the month and date. So if I were to put 03/02, they might think I sent it. Again, I don't even know who's checking this, but just for my own mental whatever, I'm gonna spell out March 2nd, 2020. So now I just have to stick it on. It is now, that is the complete customs form. It used to be there was like 4 or 5 pages of a custom form, and you had to put all 5 copies in this little plastic envelope, and then like the mail carrier kept a copy, and the border in the United States kept a copy, and the border in Canada kept a copy. Like, you needed all these copies, and now thankfully technology, and then you can use that later. Technology has caught up, and I can now just have 1 copy. So that's Canadian shipping. It's just as easy as that. It is trackable. There's a tracking number. So if you're sending lightweight items and you're looking to get into international, my mom sends about 10% of her sales international. She said, I very rarely send international. And I think it's because when I list, it defaults. Again, this is just me. I need to fix it, but whatever. It defaults to priority mail, and that's something different in the US. Priority mail in the US is anything over £1. International priority is anything over 4 pounds. It's so confusing. First class in the US is anything 16 ounces and under. First class, 16 ounces and under in the US. Canada, anywhere else, it's 4 pounds and under, first class. And they've used first class in both situations. So it's a little tricky knowing what can go first class, international. But anything lightweight, try it with, see how you do. Especially a low, like, this is only worth $10. So if it gets lost, which I'm not expecting it to, Canada's awesome. Never had a Canadian package go missing. Have had issues with Italy, Brazil, Africa, China. I've actually had one problem with Japan. It was a gazillion years ago. In Brazil. Did I say Russia? There might have been 1 or 2 others, but mostly if you want to ship to truly good places to ship to, stepping stone wise, do Canada. If you want to go another step, you've got Canada under your belt. Everything else is the same. I do the UK, Australia, Canada still. Like thinking of easy countries like the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, like different. Do what you think. Do what you think. I am going to get together Amy's items. Yes, Amy has a lot of pairs of earrings. did I not pull one of them? Okay, so we have these. She got both pairs of those. We have the Relic pocket watch necklace. We have the edgy skull lot. We have the free press rainbow lot. Oh, that's what this is. Okay. And there was one more. Pair of red stars. I don't think I pulled those for some reason. I don't know why. So I will be back. We found them. It was easy. Just didn't grab them. So she has a necklace and a whole bunch of earrings. Maybe like 30 pairs. And because Amy is a Patreon member, her lightweight items can ship for free in her Patreon box. So I have a very specific way of doing that. So I'll show you that too. Awesome bubble wrap. She knows use the bubble wrap. The earrings, I think I'm gonna put in little bubble wrap bags. There we are. So I have a bunch of these. I am reusing them, so they're not like where the strip would still be. Well, this one is. This one still has the adhesion, but I won't use that anyway. That way somebody else can use it. All of her earrings. This and this one. Look how fun these are. Free press. Good job, free press. Some of those like little rainbow balls are. These two. Rainbow pyramids, rainbow stars, rainbow. So fun. Okay, so that's all of it. Wanted to make sure. Yeah. So let's get some tissue. I want to make sure I use my flamingos. This matches really well too. And for those that asked me to fold the backs up, thank you so much. I really appreciate hearing that. That was such a simple change that I could make to fold things a little bit neater. I know when I'm watching a video, I don't really ever comment unless it's something positive. I don't know if I've ever left like any negative comment, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that. It would have been so much better with that one thing. Like if somebody's mentioning something about a puzzle they put together and it took them a long time and they finally got it together last night, and then they don't show the puzzle, I'm like, that would have been so easy, especially if the person's already editing and inserting photos anyway, and I know they know how to do it. I'm like, bummer, I didn't get to see the puzzle. But I would never be like, you need to show the puzzle next time. But if there is something that bothers you in my videos and I can fix it easily, I want to know. I know the sound quality isn't the best. I mean, we have a professional Canon G7X Mark something, I think it's called. But still, it's windy here now, and so like there's a back vent somewhere or a blower somewhere in the background. I can't really help that. This is where I ship, so unfortunately I'm not moving the shipping area to the back of our house. That would just be a nightmare, honestly. Because the only room that doesn't have external like windows would be the master bathroom. Could you imagine if I was shipping in the master bathroom? That might bother my husband as he's sleeping. Just like he's sleeping on the toilet typing away, printing labels. Probably really unsanitary too. So the sound quality I can't do too much about, but if it's something as simple as folding differently, I can do that. I'm using the baby blue for Amy. There we are. That one needs trimmed. Save you. Even though you're only like 2 inches, we're saving you. Did I throw out anything else? I don't think I have. Okay, so Amy has like a gazillion of my business cards. She doesn't need another one. So those items now need to go in a box as well as an item from a FabFitFun box. So I think I'm gonna weigh, I'm really not sure of how to do this. There's a few ways I could do it. So let me weigh everything together and then get a weight and figure it out from there. That's my next step. There we are. Okay, it's 5 pounds, 15.3, so 6 pounds. So this is 6 ounces, and I know the FabFitFun thing will be about 8 or 9 ounces. So her 6 pounds, was that 6 pounds? Oh dear, was that 6 point? I forget now. I forget if it was on the border of 5 or 6. It's gotta be like 7 pounds. Did I say that? Oh, it's 6 pounds. Okay, 6 plus an extra would be 7. So I'm gonna go to 8 pounds. I'm gonna go to Pirate Ship. I can also print the label through eBay. So we're gonna check that as well because the eBay orders are going through. So we will check both of those for Amy. I have Amy in Pirate Ship. Here we go. And this is a padded envelope, but I will need to measure it. Now measuring halfway down to halfway down, and we are at 17. Halfway down, and we are at 18. I'll tape it up so it's actually 17 by 18 even with the additional items. So 17 by 18, and we are at, let's do 8 pounds. There's a ton of stuff in there that Amy already bought and she asked me to save for this box. So Pirate Ship is $14.98. Amy is in Oklahoma. So let's do eBay now. The same weight. And it's 8 pounds. And the dimensions are different because eBay's assuming it's a box. So it's probably like 15 by 14 by 6. Update. eBay is $21.80 for basically the same thing. So Pirate Ship's cheaper. We're going to go through Pirate Ship. I'm going to buy the label. I've already attached my credit card. I had to do that once. And then everything else is good. I'm going to copy the shipping, the tracking label. Open the label. Print the label, print the label. Where did I put my water? Somebody go get my water. No, there's a saw in the background. To switch back to the Dymo 4XL print. Okay, so that's Amy's label. I'm going to put all of this aside because I have to go get that FabFitFun item for her too. Okay, so now I'm copying the tracking number and I'm going to eBay. Because she bought the earrings and that one necklace through eBay, I have to attach a tracking number to each and every item. Or do I? Can I just attach it to the whole list? No. I have to attach it to every item. Why can't I do that? Huh. No, because I think she paid separately for each item. So I have to add tracking number. It's just a little drop down box. It's super easy. Paste, save. So that was the fun rainbow earrings. Let's go to the second item. Right on the eBay main page where it says print shipping label. Drop down more actions. The second item right under print shipping labels. Add tracking. And save. And go to the third one. 1, 2, 3. And add tracking. And save. And the fourth one. What number was I up to? And add tracking. And hit save. Is there one more? And last one. Add tracking. Mark as save. Now I'm going to go back to my eBay main screen, refresh it, and make sure they all attached properly. Never know. Okay. I'm going to delete the people who I've printed just to clear up some of our space on our desktop so I can see things more clearly. Bear would reference a song that has more clearly I can see. Clearly now the rain is gone. Isn't that a song? Be so proud of me. I think we attached everything attached. Good. Okay. Going to clear. Wow, I shipped a lot today. Huh, look at all those things. I feel very productive. It's only 2:11. And our neighbor is in town if you're hearing a saw now. Our neighbors are only ever in town. We've lived here going on our 5th year. In November it'll be 5 years. So 4.5 years full time in this house. And we rented for a while before moving in, but we love our house. We love the community. We love the area. We love it so close to the beach. We have a heated pool. It's just super nice. Palm trees, landscaping, and it was so cheap, and our HOA is so cheap. We really lucked out with this place. Bear did a lot of work. But our neighbors, a lot of people in our community use this area as second housing, and our community has set that you can't rent for less than 6 months. So it's not renters coming in and out on a weekly or monthly basis, where, you know, the community is a whole bunch of condos that people are coming in and out and not necessarily caring while they're on vacation or spring break or whatever. So the community is really quiet and really sweet, and everybody loves it here, and everybody's like, I've never known this place was here because it's so far back off the road, and I've lived here all my life. Anyway, we love our community, love our house. Our neighbors are only ever in town for about 2 weeks a year. They truly use it as a vacation place, and they bought it years and years ago. But he's been in for a month now, putting in all new floors, which Bear and I had that done. Our insurance covered it. It took so long. We hired somebody, but it was a single person doing it, with Bear's help, of course. And it took so long, so I can't even imagine how hard he's working. Bear's been over there a few times saying, if you need help, but he's fine, he says. He's rented massive tools. With all of that said, Amy's tracking is attached, and I will add that one thing in. I think that's it on eBay, past something I didn't pull that doesn't need shipped until Wednesday. I'll go back and pull it after this video. And this necklace, which is killing me because I see what just needs done, and I see that it has room to do it, and I see that the photo doesn't show it this way, but we're just giving up. let my husband deal with it because he's gonna be like, boop, done. Okay. So I think next I'm going to ship. There's 2 orders that came in from one of my friends, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. And some of them go to her, and one of the lots go to her niece. Nope, her granddaughter, Mellissa. So I'm going to get that ready, and that's where we will go next. I pulled my friend Kathy's items. I say my friend Kathy because Kathy has been purchasing from me every month for possibly over a year. She just has me set things back at like the beginning of the month. She says, send me an invoice. And then she gets a package every month. And she started sending packages to her granddaughter, Mellissa. Oh, that's just so sweet. So sweet. I get to do this. Can you believe I get to do this? Whew. Okay, we're not going to think about it too much because I'm just going to cry. So she pays through PayPal. So I have now printed with Pirate Ship, eBay, 2 or 3 printers, and now I'm in PayPal. So I want to make sure. Kathleen recently moved, and I'm like 99% sure she updated her shipping. Hi, Erica. Erica just sent me a message saying I'm an absolute delight and she looks forward to my next shipping video. Thanks, Erica. I don't want to say her last name, but her last name's on there. It starts with the C, if you're wondering. Okay, so I have her new address saved. Oh, my allergies. So sorry about that. I just feel like my eyes are just watering constantly. I even put on more eye drops just to try to get them a little less crazy looking, but I didn't want to put makeup on today. Okay, we are good to go. So we have a hat, bracelets, and bracelets for her, and then the rings for her granddaughter, and I pulled all of that. So here's the hat. It's like a really dark blue felt hat, and then it has a little bit of an issue, and Kathy doesn't know this, but I found a button that will look so nice, and I think I could even slip it on. It looks like wire. If not, I'm sure she can just hot glue it. I thought, ooh, this looks good. I think I could do this. It's a shanked button. There's a piece of wire there. I don't think it's going to be a long enough piece of wire. Let me think of what else. I have hot glue, but honestly, it's not like readily accessible. I wonder if that'll stay. It will not. I can actually just slip that back in. I wonder if that'd be better. I think that'd be better, yep. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. I'm pretty excited. I don't even have to send her the button now. I mean, I can still send her a button, but there's like a piece that was missing from the center. It was like a little wire poking through. I'll fix that right up. So I'm going to put some tissue paper, bubble wrap, padding in this part, or should I put, maybe I'll wrap up the jewelry and put it in this part and then protect that. That's what I'm gonna do. So bracelets first. So it's this bracelet, and she loves these roll-on bracelets. And she did 8 for the bracelets, 5 for the hat, and 5 for shipping. Just want to make sure I've pulled all of these off of eBay. I have. We're good. The hat used to be on eBay, but it didn't sell, so I did pull that off. There's a few things that people need to get back to me on, and you never know if they're going to or not, but Kathy has just come through it every month. Want to make sure that hat got deleted from my unsolds. You never know when something's just gonna glitch on eBay or I don't realize it and I hit relist, and then all of a sudden I've sold something. We're good to go. Okay, so let's wrap the bracelets. So we'll do the roll-on ones in separate packaging. Kathy said if I ever see a roll-on bracelet, she once first did. So as I open up the gazillion boxes of jewelry from ThredUp over the next months, I'll go ahead and do that. Usually they're not marked, but I'm guessing there's only a few companies that really do it to the level I've seen it, that have like all of the pretty colors and not just basic colors. Basic colors are good too, but I had to go back. What else did this have? The hat. Okay, so let's wrap these with some tissue paper. Trying to roll it into like a hat shape. We'll see how it goes. So that is the back, and then the front. Oh, I need a ribbon. Take this light blue one here. Kathy probably has a bazillion of my cards as well, but that's okay. We'll give her another one. Here we are. Seeing if I had any of the blue ones here. I do. So this is the blue one. This is the same thing, but then underneath where a hair tie would go, I have a ton of elastic. I have to make hair ties though. It says I am enough. So maybe she's got one of those already, maybe not. Huh. Just gonna delint. Vintage wool. It's so pretty. She's a hat person too. She looks really good in hats. My sister looks really good in hats. I know. I'm not a hat person. I wear hats just to protect me from the sun. So I'm going to hit ship with Kathy's order. Let's see those bags. I'm going to do some weighing and then figure out what kind of box. We're at 8.5 ounces, so I'm fine. First class mail, that's what I figured. That's why I charged $5. I still want it in a box, I think I'm gonna use some shirt boxes. Here we go. I have a ton of these in different sizes. If these sizes don't work, then I will grab some more. My husband and I went to Target after Christmas sale for these boxes to see if they had any, and we walked out with 3 huge carts of 90% off items, and I've used most of them. Is this going to be deep enough? This is not deep enough. I will be back with more boxes. This is the thread up box, one of the jewelry boxes my friend neighbor Jason and I opened. And I saved it. But I think this will be perfect. I just want to make sure that it's going to be under, because it is a thicker cardboard, under 16 ounces. Whoa, we are really close. Let's see with plastic if that bumps us up. Wow, that's really close. I think we might be okay though. It's like 15.6. So once I wrap this with tissue, we'll see how we do. If it goes over, I have other boxes that are thinner white cardboard. But it fits so perfectly in there. I didn't evenly wrap this. Okay, let's see how we do. I do have to put a piece of tape across it, but oh, we're so close. Okay, I'm gonna have to put it in a different box, darn it. I thought I had deeper boxes, but maybe I've used all of them. Yeah, we'll be fine. Tape it up. Let's use some washi. I'm gonna tape it so it doesn't crush. Maybe I am. I have taped it so there's no possible way. The cardboard is actually intertwined, so there's no possible way that can crush down. I'm gonna put it in a poly mailer. I wanna make sure this one doesn't throw it over though. It's 15.8. I was gonna show you. Still 15.8. You're good. Anything 16 ounces and under, you're good to go. So knowing all of that, you will now put this in here, fold it over, and print the label. Good to go. And even with the label, it'll be fine. So we are doing first class now. 16 ounces because we still round up. She's in Pennsylvania. PayPal is thinking. PayPal takes a little longer. My cost is $5.27. Confirm and pay. Now she's also paid for shipping to Melissa, so that'll be separately. Melissa's just getting some little rings. So print. Let's see what shipping label this decides to print on. This wants to print to my regular printer, so I am gonna turn on my printer. We'll see how we can set that up next time though. So I'm gonna hit print. I also went and got something to drink and some allergy meds. And now we are going to do her granddaughter's item. Now she paid through PayPal, so I'm gonna pull that back up and see if I can print a second label. I think I can. Print packing slip for this order, create another label for this order. Here we are, this printed to my real computer. To my real printer, rather. There's a little hole in this bag. And now it's fixed. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm gonna set that down there. Oh, I'll put it up here. That box will be used for something else. Okay, so now I've got to go back to, I've shipped to her granddaughter before, but I want to make sure I have the correct address. So I'm going to go back to my email. Sorry, I'm sniffing. I don't know if you can hear that wind, but it's so sunny. It's so gorgeous, but the wind is like, whoo, whoo. Not remotely like that, but you understand what wind sounds like. Kathy, I know I just saw you. Let's clean up some of my emails. I've got 10 emails in here. For me, that's a lot of emails. My poor mom, she gets like thousands of emails. Thousands of emails. Huh. Did I trash it? Usually we just have like an ongoing conversation. I know I just saw the email. It's not in trash. I might have to write her. Somebody wants to know if I want to try their, I'm sure, China sunglasses for free on my channel for a free review. I don't want to do that. Aw, Amy just wrote that she can't wait for her package. It's the highlight of her month. Hi, Amy. Hi, Corey. That's her daughter. They call her Corey. Okay. I don't want to delete her message. Lynn wants to know if it's too late to ship something in the March box. I don't know if I've done Lynn's. Yeah, it's too late, Lynn. I'm so sorry. I shipped those Patreon boxes fairly close to the first of the month. I'm so sorry, Lynn, but it is too late. Your package was picked up this morning by my mail carrier, John, and is on the way. Another Patreon member asked about the weighted mask, and I am waiting for her to write back. She asked just about an hour ago. I could absolutely save something for your April box, and I'm always glad to do that. I'll let you know either way about the weighted mask, if she wants it or not. Thanks, Mellissa. So I'm gonna save that. I don't know where Kathy's went still. That was why we came here. We're gonna save this. I have an important folder, which is so weird to me that Kathy's wasn't in the important folder. Lynn is celebrating her 51st wedding anniversary. So sweet. Happy 51st wedding anniversary, Lynn. I had to put another battery in the camera. It's my third and last battery. So I'm going to move on back to pirate ship while I wait for Kathy's email. And I have 2 labels from Patreon. First is Misty. Oh, 3 pounds, 15.5 ounces. So close. 4 pounds, very nice. And the dimensions are probably about 15 by 15. Let's get some rates. I should probably actually measure that. Oh, it's 12 by 12. And again, I'm going halfway down to halfway down because it's a poly bag. So, you know, if you flattened it. It is $8.71. It wouldn't matter if it was 15 by 15, just so you know. By label. That was $8.71, and Misty is in Indiana. My husband will be home soon, and then he's gonna run this up. Okay, so we're back to the Dymo for XL print. Thanks, Misty. Okay, 2 more packages here from Patreon. This one is Laura, and then Amy's is last. So this is exactly 4 pounds. Wow. Huh. And Laura is a fairly new Patreon, but I think she's gotten 1 box before. She has. And this is also, we will measure this. So halfway down to halfway down. This one is 15 by 12. This one is a little puffier. 4 pounds, 0 ounces, exactly. $8.71, and this one is headed to Virginia. I just didn't scroll up enough. I was reading my own address and I was like, I don't think it's supposed to be going to me. Print label, download and print. Wind has picked up significantly over today. And this is printing to my Dymo 4XL. I'm going to message both of those people with their tracking number. Thank you, Laura. I'm gonna shut this off to save battery, and I will be back after I email them. Emails sent, because Patreon messages. I wanna check for the message from Kathy. Nothing yet. So I I thought we would open this P.O. Box mail. Bear picked it up on Saturday? I can't remember when he played last. That direction. Oh, okay. Junie out of college. Oh, I've definitely heard of that before. It's a postcard. Thanks very much for the Navy checkers. Oh, that's awesome. Her son was in the Navy and the other was in another branch of military. I want to say Army, but don't quote me on that. Nobody's quoting me on that. They are awesome. Can't wait to give them to my son. Clothes, dishcloth set. She made them. Oh, these are cotton dishcloths. I am so excited about these. Thank you so much. First of all, they're beautiful. Look at that. There's like different stitches. I know enough knitting to know that this would be harder than this. I can do vaguely this with maybe a bunch of drop stitches. But then to put this on, I don't even know if I'd remember how to cast on. Impressed. Thank you. Bear will be thrilled as well. Reusable stuff, we're in. I think she said this is ribbon, right? From her stash. Did I say that part? Oh! Oh, so many neutrals. Oh, and textures. It's like woven burlap and look at all the texture. Can you see it? Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Put the postcard there and we are going to reuse this. I'm sure you'll see that again. I'm so excited to tell Bear about those. So we still have Mellissa, which is Kathy's niece. I have a Patreon box to make up for somebody who just joined. So I'm going to do that and then we can ship that. I might then call it a day. I should probably call it a day now. Should I just call it a day now? Let's do one more. I'm back. My mouse died. I'm on my last order. I mean, other than the necklace and the rings for Mellissa, which I will have in today's mail if I get an email back. And I was like, darn, I have a touch screen, but it's just a lot of work. You know when I feel most rich? When I know we have replacement batteries. Bear does such a good job in replacing batteries. He needs 9 volts, he needs D's, he needs C's. Just all of his music equipment is, well, some of it's battery operated. Come on, mouse, we can do it. Was it not the batteries? There's my little mouse USB. Is that still a thing? Do we need to blow in things now? Is it like Nintendo? What in the world? A mouse can't die without new batteries, right? I mean, old battery, you know what I mean. I have a light. I have a light. So was it the batteries? The light was blinking on the bottom like it was the batteries, like a red or orange light. And now it's working and new light, so maybe it was the batteries, maybe not. So we have Barb's package. Hello, Barb. She just joined our Patreon group and took our last spot for the month. I'm going to log into Patreon and get her address. I had FedEx come earlier and now we have UPS coming. Oh, he's looking. Okay. I'm just like hanging out with my socks and my sandals. Nothing to look at here. So, it throws me for a loop. People, just embarrassing. Okay, he doesn't care. He literally doesn't care. Back to Barb. So, oh! Barb, you live so close. You are our closest Patreon. That's so awesome. Okay, so we're going to create a label, paste address. I'm in Pirate Ship. Fills out the address. Have to measure. We are looking at 16 by 14. And mouse. Stay. 3 pounds, 0.9 ounces. So we do round up to 4. I'm shocked that's only around 3 pounds. My shipping cost is $7.94. Again, she lives really close. It's so nice to have a table that's almost clear. Print label. Download label, open label, print, and print. Bear should be on his way back. He'll probably head to the gym after he drops these off. Thank you so much, Barb. Okay, so that was our big shipping video. I'm realizing I have footage from somebody who ordered 3 necklaces, I think it was, that I shipped out earlier. So I'm going to put that at the end, I think. I had plans on putting it at the beginning, but I just realized right now that I didn't introduce myself or anything. I just filmed it because she wanted it filmed and I wasn't filming, but I'm gonna go ahead and insert that footage. And I think we're pretty good. I have like 1 or 2 or 3 more things to do, but, and then maybe I will turn my eBay store back on. We'll see how I feel about that and how much we still have to do with taxes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the fun items you sent. I appreciate them and will use them. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning. Take care. Bye. I just realized that this isn't usually in the background. This is our like paper file thing. Doesn't matter, you can see clearly what it is. It is Sunday night. Hello, I am shipping out somebody's item and they have asked so nicely to be on camera. This is for Sally. Sally ordered 3 necklaces from, she's a Patreon member. So they weren't on eBay, they weren't anywhere else. This first necklace has a dark green bead. I don't know why that's not focusing. Sorry, I didn't set up my whole shipping lighting and everything because it's 9:24 at night. I should mention at night. And I really wanted to film this and get it out. She's been so sweet. She, again, paid through, did I say this? She paid through PayPal. And she said, however long it takes, I'd like to be on a shipping video. So I said, of course. But it took like 9 days. And I did message her Thursday and let her know I was waiting for my lidocaine injection. This one is a double layer. I don't know if anything's going to, it's a square within a square, and when it moves, which of course now it's not doing, one is like a different size, it could also create a cube. You'll just have to take my word. And there's 2 layers. The little stone is a gray, and the gold is kind of like a rose gold color. Not perfectly rose gold, but rose enough gold to call it rose gold, I would say. So I did put this one in a straw. That way we're all protected. I don't think it would tangle, as it's not a super thin chain, and it's not one of those chains that look chain-like. It's more of like an omega style, or what I think an omega style is. I don't know if it actually is. And the last one she ordered is this black, I called it a button necklace. I think I do have a photo of this one at least that I can put in. You can double it, but you can also wear it I would want to wear it long, I think. And this is Express. And it's a dark gunmetal color. And then because she was so patient, and I told her from the start it might be a little bit so, but I know you're waiting to get something. It's exciting. This one is marked. My goodness, I'm not gonna be able to see this. It's such a tiny marking. Wow. I don't know, it is marked. It looks almost like Brighton, but I think it says PD. Does anybody know what PD means? But it's both in a script and the P is on top of the D. So it does look like a B, but it's not. But this one, it has silver tone metal on like a smooth stone. It's really pretty. And I thought I would send this one, again, I get to do this, so that's nice. I would send this one for free as a thank you. So they're all rolled up. The old roll here. Let's see what washi I grab. That'll work. It is a silver tone. It's a little bit of like a shimmer to it. Or a sheen, I guess. A sheen to it. Go one at a time. It is almost 10 o'clock, I think. I'll be setting up. I'm hoping to film again tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow's Monday. And I know that. Impressed? Don't be. Is tomorrow Monday? Yep, it's Monday. And then I have this gorgeous ribbon. It's not a perfect match, but it's really pretty. And a viewer sent it, and it's got like a gold shimmer to the outsides, the border. I thought this is good enough that I'm gonna want to do this. What kind of wrapping job is that, me? I have to get this straight. I need a perfect bow. Bear is at the gym. He needed to shave. He said he shaves every other day, and on the days he doesn't shave, he feels the growth, he feels the hair, and he's like, I've got to get to the gym tomorrow so he could shave in the shower. He works out, of course, but so there we go. Let's do a card, and I'll show you up close. Again, not perfect, but some of the oranges are kind of like see-through. And they're more of like a watercolory color anyway. And again, because I can, I'm going to give Sally some of the Jilson Roberts, whatever they're calling this gorgeous color. Oh, and I forgot to get a poly mailer. Well, that's okay. Let's give this away and then just add a little bit. I better get a poly mailer. I'll be back. I got a turtle poly mailer. It is not perfect, but there is a blue floral in the orange tissue paper. And then the blue with the turtles I thought would be cute. Plus oranges are Florida, turtles are definitely Florida. Will this work? It'll work. Just be careful when you're cutting it. Oh yeah, no problem. Let's give this away now. I'm gonna say 12 or 13 ounces. 12.8, nice. So let's go ahead and hit ship. And this is going to Connecticut. She paid $12 for the necklaces plus shipping. So first class mail. This is PayPal, so it's a little bit different, but still very similar. It's easy. Easy peasy. Just fill out the little things and hit enter. My shipping cost, PayPal does take a little bit longer than any other platform. My shipping cost is $5.40. Confirm and pay. While PayPal's thinking about it, I'm gonna log into my email and let her know So print. Let's see if this is gonna print. I think I have it's gonna print to my regular printer. Do I have those in there? Yep. I have my Dymo 4XL set up, but I don't know that I set it up fully. I have to check that tomorrow, the next day, someday. My toner is low. Thank you so much, Sally. I hope you love it and you love the extra piece. Thank you for being so patient. And if anybody else ever wants to be on film, please know I don't film myself all of the time. I just am able to. And if she had paid through eBay, I need to ship it within the handling time. But because she didn't, we were good. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, happy Monday evening. I'm Melissa. I probably didn't need to say that. Hello, happy Monday evening. Is it Monday evening? Is it Tuesday? Is this today? Hello, happy Tuesday. I got 2 last minute orders and both mentioned in the notes that they watched me online. So I would love to wrap these on camera for them, but I don't have my whole setup. I threw some battery operated candles in the background for your viewing pleasure. They came from the bins. I could stop doing that. So the first ring is going to Bobby. It is a silver tone with a darkened silver tone and like a pale aqua color. I'll put a picture on the screen. It's a stretch ring, so it fits a variety of sizes. Thank you, Bobby, and thank you for watching. So let's wrap this up. I think I'm going to, my scissors are stuck to my magnetic phone cord. There we are, okay. I don't think I've ever done this before, but let's see how it works. I'm gonna put a wide strip of fabric and maybe it'll just look pretty. I'm just gonna tie it loosely in a bow. Maybe I didn't take enough, we'll see. I don't even know if this is a good idea. This is nothing more than presentation. But I just didn't want to put the ring. Oh, maybe I could put it in a box. Never mind this silly ribbon idea. It might have been an okay idea, but I have boxes here. Tiny little boxes. Wow, it's really on there. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, we'll put a piece of bubble wrap around it. Oh my goodness. What is up with this box? There we are. Have my nice sticky bubble wrap. My husband is out performing tonight. And that is something he has started to do more within the last year, as I don't need around-the-clock care. He can leave me for a couple hours at a time, which is awesome. I was at the point about 4.5 years ago where I couldn't even get myself to the toilet. So he was carrying me places. So it's nice to be left alone. Okay. Let's do the green that we've been using. So I'll actually work on this and I can get a bow out of it, I think. I ordered a bunch of new package toppers which will come from Amazon. We always select the $1 choice here in this house. My husband and I do the $1 choice if we don't need the thing right away. So he can, usually it's him, I've spent it too, but usually it's him buying, I'm not sure what he's buying. I think some kind of television show he's into. So if you didn't know, Amazon Prime, of course, ships within like usually a day or two, but there's sometimes a dollar option. You can get $1 back in digital money. I don't know the whole thing, but you can spend it in the app store for like digitally things. That's how much I know. Let's put a business card on the top of this. And let's put it in a poly mailer. Silly because we pay Prime and then we choose not to use Prime sometimes to get the $1 back. So it all works out in the end, but it seems silly. But sometimes we do need the item. So we have our turtle poly mailer. I'm gonna guess it is about 6 ounces. 2.7 ounces. The lighter it is, I think the worse I am. So we round up to 3, update. And Bobby is in Alabama. My cost is $2.78. She paid $5.49 for the item and $4.49 for the shipping. So we are going to go ahead and purchase and print. It's been about a day since I've used my label maker, so I'll probably have to go ahead and choose that option. It won't default. It just defaults to the last printer we used. Yep. Which is our regular one. So Dymo 4XL print. Still working. Thank you, Bobby. And the next and last item for tonight, at least, is a gold tone. I have my headphones out. I'm not sure what I thought I was doing with these. It's just getting in the way. Headphones. They're really good headphones for a low price. If you're looking for, they're noise canceling. They're not 100% noise canceling, but they do muffle, and they're so soft. The padding is so good. I looked at Bose headphones. I have a lot of sensitivities with especially high-pitched noises. I'll put what they are. Cohen, I think they were like 40 something or $50. I think even closer to $40 I've seen them. I've had them for years. They're so good. I wear them to bins. I don't even put anything in them, like no music, no anything. I would just prefer silence all of the time. I mean, unless I'm speaking to somebody, of course, but just background. I don't like noise in the background. I don't like anything, so those work really well. The next item is, oh, that's where I was going with this. So it is 10:43 p.m. I'm up late tonight, a little baggy. I called this something funny. Hi, Pauline. Oh, hi, Pauline. I recognize the name. I called this, oh, I didn't even use all my characters in my title. 15-inch gold tone necklace chain with tiny seeds. They're like tiny organic, oh, I forgot to turn the light on. Okay, pretend that light was on the whole time. I'll throw a picture up, and it's beautiful. I really thought this piece might be real gold from just the coloring. It's not super weighty, but it's definitely metal. I love this piece. There's been a few pieces I'm like, it looks expensive. I am delinting. I found this at the bins, and it looks clean. It looks super clean. I just had it next to clothing. So it is a K Jewelers jewelry necklace holder, and I've just completely forgotten about it until I pulled this. I was like, that would be the perfect necklace to slip in here. You know, my straw trick, and I pulled out some straws for that very thing, but then I remembered. There's even little elastics to keep it there. And then I guess, will I link it? I think I'm gonna link it. It's almost perfect. It's a little bit of slack, but nothing that would get that tangled, I don't think. Let's pull both of these the right way. You know what? I'll put it in there and I'll show you. If I know how to put it in here the right way. I can't give it up. Come on, you need to be a little tighter across the front. Will that work? I think that'll work. As well as it probably would work, but so fun. I will take 400 of those, please. Not 400, I don't want 400. But it would be nice to have a few more. So let's go ahead and put this in some bubble wrap. I don't know about you, but I don't mind giving out bubble wrap. Unless I'm paying a fortune for it, but I'm not. A lot of my bubble wrap is actually recycled, but this is that shiny, sticky bubble wrap that's not. Because I feel like people will recycle bubble wrap. I know somebody sends me bubble wrap. I'm like, oh, I'm totally keeping this. Okay, let's roll her up. So my husband is out singing tonight. He sings at a local restaurant. They call themselves a dive bar, but it's a full-blown restaurant, and they have outdoor and indoor. It's a 5-star. It wins awards all the time. And there's a local jam night on Tuesdays that he goes to and sings and plays guitar too. And some of the names these people have worked with, the core members of the band, have worked with phenomenally famous people over the years. I can't believe the caliber of musician that this place attracts. People fly in for it. It's crazy. It's like we're in Nashville or something. Okay, it's sponsored too, which, oh, I brought these little cards out. I want to use, oh, that'll be perfect. Somebody made me these little cards in envelopes. Look how tiny they are. And they have hearts. This one has a green, little scrapbooking heart. Come on, you can do it. I have faith in you, camera. Nope. That's not going to display, but it's a tiny little card. So cute. So we'll stick that in along with our business card. Need another business card. And then we will put this in here. I'm going to clean up just a little bit. Okay, now that I'm a little bit more clean, it's making me feel a little better. So that's what that looks like. And then of course the face mask. So I went online today to order the pens I use. They're Uniball. They're so good. They're like $1.50 a pen, but I feel like I have CRPS in my arms as well as my legs and my abdomen. That was my last spread. So I can use my arms obviously, but writing a lot or putting pressure when I have to push a pen, it seems like such a silly thing, but these just write beautifully. So nice. I'm stuck on them. I have to get them. So I went on and Sharpies were on sale, so I picked up I think 2 packs of those, a 24 pack of Sharpies. This is 6.9 ounces, so we round up to 7. a 24 pack of Sharpies was $10 today. So that makes each one, what, 40 something cents. So 7 ounces. You thought I'd forget. I thought I'd forget too. So she paid $4.79 for the necklace and $4.99 for shipping, and my cost is $3.67. Purchase and print. Oh, forgot to shut that off. So along with the Sharpies, I bought some other things that I thought were kind of in that same price range, like 30 to 50 cents. Oh, did I forget to print that? Open label. Just went on ahead without me. Print and print. Thank you so much, Pauline. And that will end our shipping video for sure. For sure. I'm editing it now. The footage that I took earlier in this video was filmed prior to this, obviously. So I am editing it tonight and possibly tomorrow because it's almost 11 o'clock at night. I should get some sleep here soon. But I'm feeling good. I'm always happy to be doing something if I'm feeling well. I spend too much time in bed as it is. Oh, I have 3 hours of footage. I've probably cut about an hour out. I'm at the 39-minute mark, so people say they like long videos, so we'll leave it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are well rested. I hope you get some sleep tonight. I hope you have moments of joy throughout your day. Bye.
We hope your day is blooming with joy.